Hypertension, let me simplify it. I want to break hypertension into pieces for you so that you understand. Stand, they say BP, people don't understand what's going on. So I'll just show you something quickly, just to make you understand it. All the blood in the body is inside the vessel. It's inside the container that looks, I want to use this viral as an instance, that looks like this. You know, like this tube. Like this. You know, some of them are this big. Some of them are this big. Some are even bigger than this. Some are this size. Hypertension is when something that should be this size is now this size. That's what hypertension is. It's now small like this. So if I am supposed to pass 5 liters of water, for example, through this thing. So look at it. I don't know if you can see inside it. You know, see it's white. And then I'm now supposed to pass the same 5 liters through this one. You will agree with me that it will be so tight inside this one. You know, that's high blood pressure. The pressure here will be more. You know, it will be lesser here. The same 5 liters of water, you have to cross it through this. The problem is what is going through this thing. It's not even water, it's blood. See how thick blood is compared to water. See how thick it is. You know, and when you take your BP drugs, when you're hypertensive, it takes this thing from like this back to like this, the blood vessel. So that's how your BP comes down. Now that's not even the whole story. See the story. The person who is at the center of moving this water I'm talking about, which is blood, around, the person who is pushing the thing through this thing or this, the person who is doing it is your heart. As you're watching this video, make a fist. The size of everybody's heart is roughly the size of their fist. So if you make a fist, that's the size of your heart. So it's pushing boom, boom, boom. So every time he pushes blood, he's sending blood through one of these. You know, so if you're hypertensive or you're becoming hypertensive because you've not even checked your BP, you know, in a while, your blood vessels, your heart is pushing through this instead of this. I don't want to take drugs for the rest of my life, BP. And you know, the CD where the thing becomes dangerous. It doesn't give you no sign. So you're going to be dealing with the heart is beating and it's pushing with all its strength through this, and it will give you zero sign. That's what makes hypertension dangerous. BP very dangerous. No sign. You'll be doing your team, playing football, going to markets, going to work. No sign. Out of 100 persons, 2 out of 100 will have a sign. And the lucky ones, they'll have headaches when the BP side. They'll go and check his side. They'll not do something about it. The rest of the people, 98% of people, zero sign. They have to be pushing. It's pushing something, blood that is thick through this thing. See what it's pushing through. So it's using force to force blood through this thing. See what it's supposed to push through. It's supposed to push through this. It's using all this through this. You know, and it's pushing, and it's not showing you any sign. You know, the first time it shows you a sign when it's tired. It now slows down. Before it was full, now it's now slow. So when it slows down, so watch, see where your heart is, you know, at the center here. So if you touch here, you notice there's a pulsation. Boom, boom, just here. So the heart is so close, so that's how you can touch, you know, and it's pushing blood to the head. So as it's beating fully, it's pushing blood against gravity. It's like a sumo that's pumping something upwards. So you will agree with me that when this thing reduces in force, that the blood will be like this. It's not able to go up again with that force, you know. And when that happens, 4 p.m. in the evening of a Thursday, the person falls on the ground because blood is not going to the brain again, and they rush the person to the hospital. Doctor, we don't know what happened. And most times, when they present like that, you now go and carry your BP thing and put in your ear and check the BP. And then sometimes the BP is even low. You know why? Not because this has come back to this, so it's still like this. The force, you know, the problem is the person who is pushing is now tired. So the force he was using to push before, that was showing that was forcing through this thing. Now he's tired, so he has reduced the force. So you now check, BP is normal. And you're like, this woman's BP is normal. What's happening? Like shit. You don't know what created the problem. And when you now check, we're talking about sometimes grade 3 heart failure, grade 4, depending. You know, now we don't have to give you drugs now to control the heart failure, and then plus your BP drugs plus some other drugs. You know, when you could have just swallowed that your 1 tablet of whatever it is they give you, or 2 tablets, just swallow it. It will go and carry this thing that is stressing your heart without telling you, and carry it back to this. These are people who are on prescription medication. And those drugs, I think I've mentioned this somewhere before. Those drugs, most of them, they come out of the urine unchanged. If you take 10 milligram of most of these drugs, you go and check where the things are excreted from. It's complete. 10 milligram is out. You know. So when you take today, they tell you to take tomorrow again, because everything has come out. So the drugs you shouldn't be scared about with side effects. If BP drugs give you side effects, they give you side effects now. They don't give you side effects like in an accumulated manner. We know people who are 85 years old. We've seen them, and they've been taking BP drugs for 40-something years. We know them. You know, people 20 years straight, 50 years, we've seen them. You know, because that heart is healthy. The heart has not suffered any stress. They've always made sure that their blood vessels were this size. You know, and that's when they say vital organs, you already know the heart and the brain. So when you're stressing the heart because you don't want to take drugs, you know, and yes. So some people, when they take some of those drugs, they'll get half erectile dysfunction. They cannot perform as they used to. Some other persons, when they take those drugs, they have swelling in the leg. So other persons, when they start coughing too much. Guess what? We have a lot of options in these BP drugs. So this one does not fit you because it's giving you one sign immediately. That's the thing. The effects happen immediately. You change it to something that is, options are everywhere. Until you find something that fits your body, just swallow it. All this pressure comes down. There are still some other ways around. Those are not what this video is meant for. I'm just encouraging you that is on prescription. Take your drugs. What you stand to lose, from trying to avoid taking drugs every day. You can imagine your heart slowing down, and then you now have to take drugs to make it go. Then any day you now miss the drug because you're a human being, you can miss one dose, and then that is now you're not swallowing your heart from your mouth. So any day you now miss to swallow your heart, you know what will happen to the heart, and you know how vital the heart is. So don't say you didn't see this video, or you will not say you are not told. See the way simplified, so you understand what's going on. They may not have time to tell you all this story. I just told you.